Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Patty. I go by Pattymac Makes everywhere online, and in today's video I just want to give you like a really quick progress update on the You've Got Mail quilt that I've been working on. And yesterday I assembled one half of the quilt top, and I could have done the second half, but I thought I'm going to wait and save that to film and show you how quickly this goes together. So what I'm going to do, I've laid the quilt top itself out, and I'll show you kind of what I have prepared in terms of the finished blocks, and then I'll give you a time lapse of me laying everything out and sewing it together, and then at the end I'll show you the finished project. So, or not the finished project, but the finished quilt top. And then I get to decide on what I want to get for border and how wide I want to make it, and what I want to get for my binding. And I'm kind of torn on the border. I just can't decide. Anyway, let's just jump into today's video, and I'll show you the finished blocks that I have, and then we'll just get this the rest of this assembled. I wanted to give you an update on the You've Got Mail quilt that I've been working on. And just to refresh your memory, it's this quilt on the cover in the Quilts and More magazine. And here is the illustration of the pattern. And this pattern consists of a few different blocks. So you've got the open envelope, you've got the closed envelope made with a background square, and then up here you've got the closed envelope with two prints. And then the designer made these really cute envelopes that look like the front of the envelope where you've addressed, and a plain background square. And I did not do this part. What I found when making this was that I had a whole lot of orphaned triangles, and I didn't want to have large triangles in my scrap pile. So what I wound up doing was sewing those together, and I made like double quarter square triangle blocks and incorporated those in. And you know, it's a little different, but I just didn't want to have those wind up in a scrap bin and then cut into more of my fabric. And you know, it felt like a lot when I had so many scraps, and I'm trying to be a little more thrifty with some of my fabric. Anyway, what I thought I would show you today is what I have for the blocks. I yesterday constructed half of the quilt top, and it came together so nice. And I thought today, before I do the rest of it, I would just kind of show you the pieces, and then I'm going to let you see me lay everything out, and we'll get it all sewn together. But anyway, these are your, what I call the full envelope block. So you have like your envelope down here, and then this is like the flap that's up, and then this is the background fabric. And as I made my blocks, the way that I wound up making them, I had two every time I went to cut for one. And the pattern, she had a unique print for each envelope, and I wound up repeating. So there's going to be two of these and two of this one, and so on. And it felt like there's enough going on, and the piece is large enough that it's not, you know, it's not going to be too much, over repetitive. I think it's still going to look really good. So what I did was I split out the blocks, and I made a stack of each. So I have one print in this pile of everything, and then in the other pile I had a print of everything. And you know, made the first half of the quilt top, and then this will make the second half. So those are the envelopes. And then you have what I called the envelope with the background, and that's what this is. And this will go at the bottom of the quilt top. And then this is the envelope with a print. And I wound up having 3 of those. Again, I made this from scraps. I had already cut into them for something else, and then I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and use those to make these blocks. And then these I made utilizing those leftover triangles, because I had so many and I just didn't want to waste them. And then I wound up having a couple of half square triangles, large half square triangles, and I had already trimmed them down before I thought to do this idea, so there's a couple of these worked in there as well. But I wound up getting 2, I think, of each. So anyway, those are going to be interspersed throughout the quilt top. And this was a fun project to make these. I'm calling them a double quarter square triangle because that's what they are. Anyway, I'll show you how to make those in a different video, but I have those. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the full quilt top and let you see what that looks like. And then what I'm going to do is do a time lapse of me laying everything out, and you can kind of see that process, and then just sewing it. And really, it sews so quickly. All of your time literally is in this part, because when you go to lay out, oh, and let me tell you this. So I wound up constructing these as one unit, and I'm sure in the pattern she kept them as individual units, but it felt like in my brain a lot to have to keep track of this print with this print so that all of the envelopes would make sense. So I just connected everything as I went. And what you wind up having is like a staggered look, because what you're going to wind up doing is you're going to wind up having them sort of like this and building up. And because of that, you can't sew, well, because of the way I set it up, you can't sew it in rows and connect rows. So what I did was set it up and sewed together long columns and then connected all the columns. And it went together really fast. So what I'll do is show you the full quilt top or the half quilt top that I've already got done, and then we'll lay these out and just piece them together. And you only wind up having, I think, 4 of these and 1 of these on each column. So it comes together really fast. The tricky part is getting all your points to line up. And you can see, like, some of them I'm off a little bit, but you know, I'm not gonna freak out about that. This one is on the money, so this will have a really beautiful point over here. And I do have my seam allowances. Find one. Oh, this one I did a good job on. Oh, this one. So this is like one of the later blocks. Oh, you can tell when I'm getting to the end of the project, my blocks were so much better. So yeah, I've got perfect points on either side, and then the seam allowance. So what you're doing when you're putting these together is you want to make sure that this edge and this edge line up along that center seam, and it's all in the cutting. And you know, it was tricky because I thought, oh, that's such a simple thing, but every edge is a bias edge on this crazy thing, except for here. But you know, this is a big bias, this is a bias, this is double bias. I mean, it's a lot. This is a bias. You know, it was a lot, but you know, it looks really good when you put it together. Okay, that's enough chit chat. Let's get into the actual putting of this thing together, and then at the end we'll have the reveal of the quilt top itself. Okay, so I wasn't planning on filming myself today, but here we are. Here is the half quilt top. Okay, now I've got my columns constructed and I've pressed everything out on the back. I have pressed all of my seams open because you wind up having some areas like this where you have so many pieces that come together and it just makes a flatter seam. And it's a little tricky because you do have points and seams at like every intersection, so you just take your time. And I do wind up pinning. I like the Wonder Clips, but for something like this, I will pin. And what you'll find as you get it onto the machine is you'll have to do a little bit of easing in here and there just to get all those seams to line up. And what I do is I stick the pin right at the point, and then if there's a point on the adjoining seam, I'll just line those up, but that was the easy one. I only have to watch on one side. So you'll just kind of fiddle with it. You just take it one block at a time as you get it onto the machine. It's a lot of seams. To me, the back of the quilt is so interesting. And then I'll take the other two columns, put them together the same way. You'll sew on this side, and then I'll press it open and then join those two halves, and then we'll put the two large halves together and we'll have a quilt top.